Lottie's grand idea and the forest school adventure. It was a bright and sunny day in the 100-acre wood, and the air was filled with the sweet smells of summer. The flowers were in full bloom, the trees were casting long shadows on the ground, and the sound of birds chirping echoed through the trees. Christopher Robin was riding his shiny blue bicycle down the forest path, with Pooh perched on the crossbar, his paws tightly gripping the handlebars. "Hold on tight, Pooh," Christopher Robin called over his shoulder as the bicycle wobbled over a bump in the path. "I'm holding on as tight as I can," Pooh exclaimed, his paws feeling a bit slippery from the honey he had just eaten for breakfast. "But I think I'm more suited for walking than riding." They were headed toward the place where the forest animals liked to gather, a sunny clearing near Eeyore's gloomy spot. Today, however, was a special day. Today, Lottie, the clever otter with the sparkling eyes, had called everyone to attend a very important meeting. "What do you think it's about?" Pooh asked as they neared the clearing. "I don't know," Christopher Robin replied with a grin, "but knowing Lottie, it's sure to be something grand." When they arrived, they found all the animals waiting. Piglet was standing on his tiptoes, trying to get a better view of what was happening, and Tigger was bouncing up and down in excitement. Eeyore was there too, lying in the shade of a large tree, looking as gloomy as ever. Lottie's Academy of Learning. Lottie stood on a tree stump in the middle of the clearing, holding a small chalkboard in her paws. She was wearing a bright red ribbon around her neck, which made her look even more important than usual. "Welcome, everyone," Lottie began, her voice clear and confident. "I've called you all here today because I've come up with a brilliant idea. As you know, the 100-acre wood is a wonderful place, but there are certain things we could all learn to make it even better." The animals looked at each other in confusion. "What do you mean, Lottie?" Piglet asked, his little voice trembling just a bit. "I thought we were all doing fine as we are." "Oh, we are, Piglet, we are," Lottie replied with a smile. "But wouldn't it be wonderful if we all learned new things, how to be even better friends, how to solve problems, and maybe even how to invent new games?" "I like games," Tigger shouted, bouncing even higher than before. "What kind of games?" "Patience, Tigger," Lottie said with a wink. "All in good time." Lottie cleared her throat and raised the chalkboard for everyone to see. On it, she had written the words, "Lottie's Academy of Learning," in big, bold letters. "What's an academy?" Pooh asked, scratching his head. "An academy," Lottie explained, "is a special place where animals or people come to learn new things. And starting today, I am opening the first ever academy in the 100-acre wood." The animals gasped. "An academy? Here in the forest?" "Don't worry," Lottie added quickly. "It won't be anything too hard. In fact, it will be fun. We'll learn how to read maps, how to tell stories, how to solve puzzles, and much more. And best of all, everyone will have something to teach." "Learning together, can I teach bouncing?" Tigger asked, bouncing even higher. "I'm really good at bouncing." "Of course, Tigger," Lottie replied, smiling. "Bouncing is a very important skill." "And what about honey finding?" Pooh asked hopefully. "I'm quite good at that." Lottie nodded. "Yes, Pooh. Honey finding is a valuable skill, especially in the 100-acre wood." Eeyore, who had been listening quietly from his shady spot, spoke up. "I suppose there's no use for someone like me," he said with a sigh. "Not much I can teach, really." "Oh, but there is, Eeyore," Lottie exclaimed, walking over to him. "You're very good at thinking things through, and you always have a calm way of looking at problems. You'll teach us all about being patient and thoughtful." Eeyore blinked in surprise. "Well," he said slowly, "I suppose I can do that. But don't expect too much." The animals were buzzing with excitement. Lottie's Academy of Learning was going to be a grand adventure, and everyone had something to contribute. Christopher Robin, of course, would be the head teacher, guiding everyone and making sure things ran smoothly. The first lesson at Lottie's Academy was all about maps. Lottie unrolled a large piece of paper on the ground and handed out crayons to everyone. "Today, we're going to draw a map of the 100-acre wood," she announced. "But instead of just drawing the places we know, I want each of you to imagine a new place, something that doesn't exist yet but could. It can be anything you want: a secret cave, a magical waterfall, even a flying tree. The animals' eyes lit up. They had never thought about imagining new places in the forest before. Christopher Robin knelt down and began drawing a big, beautiful hill covered in flowers that only bloomed at night. Tigger, of course, drew a trampoline forest where every tree was as bouncy as he was. Pooh drew a honey river that flowed through a valley of honey pots. Piglet, Lottie said kindly, "What would you like to draw?" Piglet thought for a moment, then shyly began drawing a tiny house with a warm fire inside. "This is a place where anyone can come when they're feeling scared," Piglet explained softly. "It's a safe place with blankets and cocoa and someone to listen." The animals looked at Piglet's drawing and smiled. It was perfect. A new adventure every day. As the day went on, the animals continued learning and sharing. They took turns teaching each other new things, like how to jump as high as Tigger, how to find hidden paths in the forest like Rabbit, and how to be as wise as Owl. Lottie's Academy of Learning was a huge success, and by the end of the day, everyone felt smarter, happier, and more connected than ever before. As the sun began to set, Christopher Robin stood up and brushed the dirt off his knees. "Well, Lottie," he said with a smile, "I think your academy is going to be the best thing that's ever happened to the 100-acre wood." Lottie beamed with pride. "Thank you, Christopher Robin," she said. "But the best part is, we're all learning together. And every day will be a new adventure." The animals cheered. They couldn't wait to see what tomorrow's lesson would bring.